Those open doors where I am now, where I am now. I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 WMVA 88.9 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to 1350 AM, 1400 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go over to YouTube right now. Go to Cristo Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Subscribe. I tell you what, we'll shout you out. We promise.
You promise?
Promise.
You promise you will shout them out.
Absolutely. Look, this is Fun Friday. It's the weekend. You all should be up and popping.
That's right.
And quite happy. Look, we didn't get the snow that we thought we were going to get yet. Right now in Hampton Roads, it's about what? 30, 40 degrees, which I'm very pleased with. I think that's good. Mr. Steve, what you think?
I think that's a wonderful temperature, and the snow will be coming later on.
Right now, allegedly. We'll see. But anyway, this is our Fun Friday segment. What's in your closet? Issues concerning women.
That's right. Issues concerning women.
Yeah. We have a fabulous guest. We have our very fabulous guest, fitness coach, Lizette. She's with us this morning, and we want to say good morning, Coach Liz.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Oh, now look, Coach, you know I didn't want to try the last name, but please give our audience your whole name and where you're from.
My name is Lizette Guerrero. I am from Virginia Beach. Been here for about 20 years, so I guess I can claim Virginia.
Absolutely, Guerrero. See, that's easy enough. You know, I tried to, make sure I practice it, but I didn't want to mess it up. But good morning, Coach Liz. It is so good for you to be here with us. Thank you for giving us your time. And right now, we want to know a little bit more about you, how you got started in the business. You are a personal coach, a personal trainer, and we're just going to get a little bit about how you got started and, everything that goes with being a personal coach.
Thank you for having me. So I am now an ISSA trainer. I just received that certification last month, so I'm super excited. But I started I got my first certification back in 2016. I did do some online coaching and training on the side. But then in 2021, I decided to take a leap of faith and I quit my government job.
Wow.
Now I own a home-based business, a gym where I train one-on-one clients as well as group sessions. And I tend to specialize in weight loss clients as well as clients who may experience movement dysfunction, kind of help them ease back into physical fitness.
Absolutely. It's 2024. I know you hear a lot of people talk about new beginnings and wanting to do better and be better. How much does that affect your business during the first of the year when everybody is kind of like doing a self-examination and feel like, hey, I need to get back in the gym. I need a coach. I need somebody to help me to get rid of this extra. Does it affect your business during this time of the year?
I love this time of the year, of course. For business purposes, I love it. But not only that, I really, it's kind of like starting off clean, a clean
Yes.
slate. So it's almost like that's the time where I can tap into my client's mental and kind of use that motivation, that burst of energy that people tend to feel at the beginning of the year and feed off of that so that it's not only a beginning of the year thing, but something that I can kind of guide them throughout the year and after they leave me and, move on to their offer.
Yes.
So I love this time of the year.
That is marvelous. Coach Liz, tell us about your fitness and health journey.
Ooh, let's see. My journey started back in 2012, I would say. I wanted to lose the freshman 15. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the freshman 15 where you gain a lot of pounds when you're in college because all you eat is pizza.
I never heard that.
So yes, I gained the freshman 15, what they used to call it. And when I graduated, I wanted to start, building healthier lifestyle, healthier routine. So I kind of got into weight training a little bit. Then in 2014, I took it up a notch and I competed in a bodybuilding competition.
Wow.
And from there, I really liked the science part of personal training and physical fitness. So then I kind of got a little bit more serious about it then.
Absolutely. And you decided, did you go into it to help others? I mean, was it like a mission for you?
It started with a self thing, right? I kind of had to get myself together and then yes, it became once people start to see your results, they kind of get motivated off of your own journey. So once I saw people asking me questions about it and how I started, how I was able to maintain it, I felt like I needed to share that with people. And that's when I really found the passion in it, when I was helping others achieve what I was able to achieve for myself.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll say good morning to you, Coach, and thank you so much for tuning in, Coach Liz. I made New Year's resolution, and I'm in a battle. I might as well go ahead and fess up and let you know that I'm in a battle. I have about 45 pounds that I'm trying to drop, especially in that Dunlap area. And
tell everybody what's a Dunlap.
Dunlap is when your stomach has lapped over your
Dunlapped over you.
It's Dunlapped over your belt. That's a Dunlap. And so when your figure eight then turn from a figure 8 to a figure O, and and they call you roly poly. So I got about 45 pounds that I'm trying to lose, and I start by eating properly. What are some of your recommendations?
When it comes to nutrition or when it comes to a lifestyle, then that's too bad.
When it comes to both lifestyle and nutrition.
Okay. So overall, I really recommend setting a goal a large goal of, where do you want to be? And I would say a time frame that you want to accomplish that goal, right? Whether it is with nutrition or just implementing exercise. Come up with one specific goal and give yourself a time frame. And then once you do that, break that down into smaller goals, right? I feel like a fitness journey can be very overwhelming. So one, there's a lot of information on the internet, so many different new exercises that it can become very overwhelming. So focusing on one specific goal and breaking that down into smaller ones is going to make this a long-lasting, sustainable journey, right?
Yes.
I would not recommend making changes, drastic changes, because you're literally changing a lifestyle, right? So setting smaller goals, for example, if you're a person that doesn't drink a lot of water on the daily, setting a weekly goal of, well, this week I'm going to drink 4 bottles of water. And making that an accomplishment, right? A weekly accomplishment, and building upon that until you get to that final goal.
Yes.
That sounds wonderful.
So, Coach, when should a person get a personal trainer? And why should they have one?
Okay. So again, going back to a lot of information on the internet, right? I feel like as personal trainer, if you feel overwhelmed with just even knowing where to begin with it on your journey, that's when I would recommend reaching out to a personal trainer so they can at least guide you. I know that a lot of gyms offer 1 or 2 free sessions when you sign up for a membership. So taking advantage of those free sessions will set you at least on where to begin, right? On like a starting point.
Yes. Do you find it hard to motivate people, or do they come motivated already? Do you have to get them and start, whipping them? Come on, get this. Come on, it's for you. Do you have to do all the motivational things?
Well, actually, the beginning point, they come to me because they are motivated, right?
Yes.
So the hard part is keeping that motivation throughout the journey, right? So the hardest part is tapping into my clients to see what's going to keep them motivated.
Yes.
And that's part of finding a good trainer, a good personal trainer that will fit you, right? So a trainer that's going to understand you, your lifestyle, your schedule, and how they can take all of that and still make this journey comfortable for you, because it is a change.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about for the soul? Now, you're going to work the body, but a lot of people, Coach, come with problems. Do you find yourself being a counselor as well? And how do you get people to kind of tune in to become better, spiritually, or, mentally, or, just, matters of the soul being better within?
So I do. I do become some sort of a therapist throughout my sessions. But again, I enjoy it because it builds that trust between client and coach. Once I allow for my clients to take the driver's seat, right? This is their journey. My job as a trainer is to give them the tools, the knowledge on how to do and how to get to their goal. But essentially, if you allow the client to take the driver's seat, they tend to, we like to have control, right?
Yes.
And with control, we allow to start, when we feel comfortable and safe, we open up ourselves to receiving other perspectives, which would be mine, right? How I do things on the daily when it comes to a healthier lifestyle. I get to tap into better sleeping patterns. That plays a big role on my client's mood. So all of that just comes, it connects, right?
Absolutely.
Not only with the physical, but as well as the mental. And once I tap into the mental, then the emotional part comes. They open up to me when it comes to, day-to-day things, how work is going, how things with family is going.
Yes.
And once I can get a whole person to that level, then the physical part becomes easier. Then they trust me. Then they are able to open up to doing what I'm asking them to do. and make the changes to their lives when once I tap into that.
Do you find it hard when you have competition out there, such as weight loss and go low and all those dietary products? Do you recommend your clients to get on some go low or weight lift products or some of that wellness stuff that helps them to lose weight?
So no, I don't get to say that I don't, right? Because essentially my job as a trainer is to teach the basics, right? We're going back to the basics. What does a healthy meal or plate look like, right?
Yes.
You can choose to do any fads, you can choose to do try supplements and all that good stuff. But I usually explain to my clients that those are things that help for a short term, for a short period of time. So my job as a trainer is to show you what's going to last from here on out for the rest of your life, right?
Yes.
So something that's going to teach you how to, even if you were to fall off of your journey, you'll have the information to get back on, and it will be sustainable, something that you can continue on.
Okay. Coach Liz, what are the don'ts of exercising? Don't do this, don't be careful not
the
to.
Don'ts of exercising?
Yes.
The number one thing that pops into my head is ego lifting.
Yes.
Don't, just because you see someone doing it, please do not push yourself to do the same thing if you're not there yet. I will say, I guess, comparing yourself to others and where they're at in their journey.
Absolutely.
They may have completely different goals than you. So focus on your goal. Again, it goes back to setting that specific goals and not lose sight of that. Because we do tend to compare ourselves. It's very easy, especially with social media.
Absolutely.
But I will say, do not compare your journey to anyone else's.
Coach, how do you help folks mentally after they've been injured? Sometimes when they've been injured, it's hard for them to get back on because they still have in their mindset that injury. Yeah, and they got that fear of they want to do it. They feel like they can do it, but how do you get past that injury?
So breaking down the exercise, right? First of all, choosing exercises that will mentally allow my client to just even try, right? Where I'm not going to put them through an exercise that's difficult and expect them for them to do it. Choosing an exercise that I know that they can physically do it because their doctor has cleared them to do it. And then breaking down the exercise into parts.
Yes.
So that it doesn't feel like, oh, she's just going to do this and I'm just going to be able to do it. So it's just taking it and breaking it down into pieces. And that will slowly show my client that they can do it. Now, if they can do one rep, I'll feed off of the excitement of that one rep and say, if you can do one, you can do two.
Yeah. Yes.
If you can do 2, you can do 3. And before they know it, they've done 10. So
yes.
That's how I break down and approach an injured or someone who has been affected by an injury in the past.
See, I should have had you with me when I was going up and down the mountain of Mount Trashmore. First of all, Coach, I love to walk. I work out in the gym, but I love the outdoors. And I can walk and I can walk and walk, but I decided to challenge the steps and the hills. And I did get injured. It took a minute to get, when I went back in the gym, I did some things, but I could have used a coach at the time and let me know, look, you're doing a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I also want to ask you, Coach, do you recommend going to the doctor, getting a physical and things like that before you start a weight training program?
Absolutely. Actually, by law, we are supposed to, parents supposed to give a form to show that you have that insurance from the doctor, and that you're not experiencing um, any pain that would keep you from being able to work out. So,
Yes.
yes, we always and strongly recommend to have, clearance from your doctor first to be able to start a new workout regimen. And
Jump,
changing your diet as well.
jump starting an individual. Jump starting. They want to get in there, but they need to be.
They keep promising themselves.
Yeah, and they need to jump start. Do you just tell them just be like Nike, just do it?
Yes and no. Just do it can come in very different ways, right?
Uh-huh.
So yes, you just have to do it. But what is it that you're gonna do, right?
Right.
Again, it goes back to that goal, that final goal. So if you're the type of person who says, I want to start on Monday, I want to go to the gym, and the only time I have to do it is in the morning because I have a busy day and I won't have time after work. Well, set goals off of current behaviors, right? Let's start with that. Do not set yourself up for failure. If you're not a morning person and you've never gotten up before 7 o'clock in the morning, do not set yourself up for failure. Right? Start with 30 minutes. If you can wake up 30 minutes before work, then do that. So start small, make small adjustments, but yes, just do it.
Yes. What about any more tips? Like, I have a question. How do you get people to change eating habits? Because, that's one thing that people don't want to get away from. Your diet and exercise. I know they go hand in hand, but how do you change a lifetime of habits, your eating habits?
Okay, so that was my hardest when it came to my own personal journey. My parents are both Mexican, so hey, we have Mexican food every day, right?
Mhm.
So that was my biggest adjustment is figuring out how I can take my cultural food and make it healthy, right? So it wasn't such a dramatic change. Um, but that's just it. It's for one, number one is educating yourself, figuring out what is considered healthy, right? What does your body need? What
Yes.
nutrients are required, first things first. And two, again, taking baby steps. If you're a person that has never eaten vegetables or does not like vegetables, trying out what vegetables you do like. Trying a new vegetable out each week until you find the one you like.
Yes.
Going back to water, you're not a person that likes water, you're a person that likes juice and soda. Well, we know those aren't the healthiest, so adjusting, adding maybe two waters, 2 bottles of water a day. And next week we're going to increase it to 3 or 4. So taking baby steps will make the adjustment not feel overwhelming.
Yes.
Coach, when you saying that, there's a lot of people tell you about counting carbs, counting this, and one of the hardest things is to recognize what are carbs and what
And should you eat them?
what should I eat and what should I not eat. I know a lot of people listening to our audience say, no, you got to leave that bucket of fried chicken alone. So what should, if you're starting up a diet, if you're going to lose weight, what shouldn't and what should you eat?
So a well balanced meal, I would say it again, is protein, healthy fat, and a carb. There are again diagrams that we are able to find online that will show you how your plate should even look like. The size of your protein, the amount of carbs, the amount of vegetables. That is a perfect, again, take it back to the basics. What we learned in school, I guess, in health class in middle school, taking it back to that food pyramid. Honestly, that food pyramid, it will tell you exactly what your serving size should be of every macronutrient.
Yes.
So even just starting with the very basics, that would be enough. I think it becomes very confusing and overwhelming because people say, well, this worked for me, you should try it. And
Yeah.
that's where it starts to get a little out of hand. And again, going back to, do not compare your fitness journey to the other person, because you might be on two different paths.
Yes.
One other question before we let you go, Coach, is that I had it on the tip of my tongue. How many times a day should you eat?
At least 3 times. At
Okay.
least 3 times. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But snacks in between your major meals help. So that you're not hungry in between meals. But
Yes.
at least 3 meals a day.
Absolutely. Now we want to know your contact information because there are a lot of folk out here looking and listening and saying, "Help me." So, Coach
Sure.
Liz, how can they get help from you?
Sure. Well, my social media account, it is on Instagram is underscore LG6, FIP underscore. My email directly is lg6coaching@gmail.com. And you can even call me or text me if you want to ask me some questions at 757-514-1192.
Absolutely. Miss Annie Solario is on our social media feed. If Annie could give your information to our audience through the chat, that would be absolutely marvelous so our audience can get to contact you. Also, look, what would be a good challenge for our audience? You have anything that you can think of that we could say, a nice little challenge?
Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness. When it comes to physical,
Yes, physical.
mm, well, again, because it's the beginning of the year, and because I feel like most people are transitioning into this new lifestyle,
Yes.
do some sort of movement, whether it is walking, running, jogging, swimming, going to the gym, taking the kids to the park for at least 45 minutes a day.
Wow, that is
For
absolutely.
21 days.
Oh, that'd be great. So give the information again, and of course, we want to thank you so much for being on.
Movement, whether it is walking, jogging, whatever you choose, doesn't matter where it is. Going to the park with the kids, but actually playing with the kids.
Yes.
Not just sitting on the bench.
And your contact information again?
I'm sorry?
Your contact information again?
It is lg6coaching@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Coach Liz, thank you for being on FYI Radio Show. You know we're going to take these tips and run with them.
Great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Well, you all come over here for a little while, and we're going to talk about some upcoming shows. We're going to serve a little bit of tea, and we just want to enjoy a few more minutes with you over here on social media. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information about FYI, give us a call at 757-714-7861. And don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WGPL 1350, WMVA 88.9, on all social media platforms. Peace 95.3 and 1400. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye now.
Okay, so Mr. E, are you ready?
I'm ready
for the challenge?
I'm ready for the 21-day challenge. She said, do movement.
Do some
for
things.
21 days. I'm ready. I'm ready.
What are the things that you like to do though? What
you know, Miss Hinton, I have to do what they call low impact.
Okay.
Especially for my knees.
Okay.
And I also have started low impact exercise, and I have started also dealing with my bicycle, stabilizing, riding my bicycle, because I had to start with another seat.
Yes.
And because what had happened was with my seat, I had a blister to come up on my thigh as I was riding the bicycle. Mm-hmm. So that when I asked her the question about injury, how do you start back over again once you've fallen off the horse? It's spooky. because when you get back up there, you don't want to rehyperextend your knee again, and you don't want another blister.
Absolutely.
That's one of the hurtingest things in the world, dealing with a blister from a seat. But so I had to change my way of riding. So what she did was gave me some great insight.
Yes.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Robert Nathan, 71, Ginger Hale, Lemonade. Thank you so much for tuning in on our Instagram feed.
Yes.
And thank you so much for joining us.
We have Annie Solario on Facebook, Sheila Robbins. Good morning. Annie's going to put that information for Coach Liz so you all can contact her and have that information when you're ready for the challenge. I hope you all meet the challenge. 2024, people are being, they feel they want to be more fit. They want to be healthy. They're talking about it more. People are changing their diets.
That's right.
We got more healthy choices out here now. And people are going back to cooking too, Mr. E.
Yeah, they're going back to cooking, but they're cooking the right thing instead of, not a grandma way of cooking. Like you said, Miss Hinton, we have to start. She said, make a 21 day. She said, make some goals.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge, start with some goals. And she said, make some goals and time and focus. She said, if you didn't drink a whole 36 ounces of water, start by drinking 2 bottles of water. And make it your business to drink those 2 bottles of water, or do some movement for 21 days.
I like
so
that.
And that would get you back into the group. That was one of my problems, is jump starting me.
Okay, yes.
I have the mindset to do it.
You're ready.
But just doing it, just jumping in there and doing it, because with me, I got to have the right gear on and I got to look the right part while I'm out there working out.
Yes.
I really don't want to walk into the gym looking like a fat boy.
What do you think are your the things that kind of like get in the way of you obtaining your goals? What happened?
With me, Miss Hinton, one, as I told you, riding my bicycle, I had a blister.
Mm-hmm.
2, hyperextending my knee. When you hyperextending your knee, and you can't put a lot of pressure on that knee, so that's why you got to have a low impact, and you be afraid to put that kind of weight again on your leg. Now, so that's what's stopping me.
What about food wise?
Food wise is, I think I got that under control.
Oh, good.
Because I stopped using one extra salad dressing.
Okay, your condiments you kind of toned down.
I toned all that down. I got away from eating a hamburger. From Wendy's. That's my favorite restaurant. One of my favorite fast food restaurants is Wendy's. So I don't eat Wendy's anymore, and I'm doing more movement.
That's very good. Very good. But look, after a long day, Mr. E, of working and pounding the pavement, how do you keep yourself motivated somewhat instead of going home and kind of like getting in your man cave or wherever you go and just saying, that's it for the day?
Here's what I have done, and I'm starting this also. I went out and I got me a $500 elastic exercising machine. Not a machine, but it's a vest that has elastic bands.
Yeah.
That where you can sit down and you can do it. You can move your legs. I found out it's for folks who had strokes, and it's a machine that is not a physical machine that you cannot, but it's a vest, a weight belt with elastic bands on it.
Amazing.
And what it does, what the elastic band does, is help to put resistance as you working out. It's resisting you, but you're still moving, and you got a movement going on. So that's what I'm doing. And what I had to do, because I had it sitting in the middle of my man cave, in a box.
Oh my.
Never been used, in a box.
You had to take it out.
So I had to look at it. And I said to myself, why spend so much money on some gadgets, on some machines, or exercising equipment, and it's just sitting there?
Absolutely.
I have a 25-pound weight belt that I had sitting in the closet. I said, well, look, that's not doing anything for the closet. So now I have to get the weight belt out, and I had to just jumpstart myself, because if you want to lose that Dunlap, I'm gonna show you that I can do that.
Very good. Annie Solario, again, she's on. I love, she has a wonderful routine. She runs, she works out in the gym, and but she's like me, she likes to eat too. Annie likes to eat, but I think Annie's body is just absolutely awesome. And I think she knows what to do. And so we're glad that she's a good influence on those that want to get into the gym and train. You can do it. She's a busy lady, but she takes the time to work out.
That's
and so
right.
that's what you got to do. But just like Mr. E said, get up and start moving. Just do
You
it.
just got to do it. You got to push yourself. Because what I normally would do, Miss Hinton, and I would go into my home. I get in the man cave. I say, okay, fine. I'm getting off work about 7. And what did you eat? I eat a snack, and I'm not burning any of the calories, because if I eat late at night, it's just gonna. And I put this in my mind. I got it written down on my forehead, that says, when you eat late at night and go to bed, the food rots. You got rotten food in your belly. And so you wonder why your breath stink in the morning, because the food rots out.
That is amazing. But anyway, meet the challenge, this 21-day challenge. And we want to thank Coach Lizette. Please contact her. We're going to have the information in the chat for you all, so you can get started or get a consultation and find out where to go, go from here. If you want that lifestyle change, you want to do better, eat better, we're going to have that information down here for you. In the meantime, we got some great upcoming shows, but we also need to serve a little bit tea. Mr. E got some tea. Mr. E, what kind of tea are you going to serve up today?
Miss Hinton, I got this piping hot tea.
It is good too.
Piping hot. There's a movie that everybody is read and raving about. It's called The Color Purple.
Oh, yeah.
And The Color Purple is getting more rumors.
Oh,
it's
my
getting
goodness.
a lot of rumors that's causing an eruption. Social media is doing the Color Purple promotion tour in December, and the tour, Miss Hinton expressed her feelings about what's going on in that movie.
And that's Miss Taraji Henson.
Miss Taraji Hinton. Yeah. She says unequal pay state for Black actresses in Hollywood.
So we've heard that she has come out and said, look, I almost didn't take this role. I had to fight for everything because you folk out there don't want to pay me my word.
Well, listen to this. The former Empire star clarified that there are no rift between her and Oprah, despite what folks have said on platforms such as TikTok. In the interview today, the actress said Oprah would step in and do whatever she could do to make it right. She called me personally, not my team, not my people, and asked me, Tajay, if there's anything you need, you let me know. And I said with a shaking voice, I was like, well, yeah, since you asked. And I told her, and she fixed everything the next day.
Well, that is marvelous. Yeah, Taraji is trying to say, listen, you all can keep all this talking, but there's no beef between Oprah Winfrey and I. There were some things to iron out, like there are in other, movie sets and with producers and things like that. But it's all good. It's all good. So y'all stop trying to stir a whole lot of negativity. But this is the question, Mr. E. And negativity is something that people feed off of.
That's right.
And the more negative you get, the more the people get curious about what you're doing. They'll end up going to the movies to see the movie. They'll end up, paying attention more to going to your pages and giving you numbers where you can make more money. So, the negative and positive in this day and time where things are, and sometimes it goes a bit too far, but it's a lot of times it benefits the person that's being scrutinized or judged in their favor, because they begin to get the attention and get things where people say, oh, okay, yes, look, let me check them out.
And one thing I like about Tajay, she's woman enough.
Taraji, yeah.
Taraji, she's woman enough to come on and say enough
is enough. Is that right?
That's right.
Most people just let it go and they under the bed shaking, but that is definitely the truth.
I got some more tea for you, Miss Hinton. I got some more tea. Your boy done changed his mouth.
Who? Emma.
Your boy who was going to the moon, your boy Kanye West has teeth removed,
all of them,
and replaced with Titanic dentures.
Who and took out all his teeth? He had nothing but gum and titanium. But are they diamonds? I mean, did he do it special? Was it something specially done with his teeth? Or?
He has really done lost his mind, because when I looked at it, it says Kanye West has removed and replaced with $850,000.
Are you serious?
Titanium dentures, more expensive than diamond, as rappers compared himself to James Bond's brilliant jaws.
That is a lot. Miss Shannon Blanco, how are you doing? How's the family? Love the family. I hope I see my grandson this weekend. But look, oh my goodness. So Kanye West, this is what I'm talking about. 150,000.
800.
I mean, wait a minute. 850,000 smackaroonies.
850,000. He put some jaw teeth in his mouth, looking like a baby vampire walking around the town with the 26-year-old, the 46-year-old who's being sued, allegedly hit an autograph seeker in 2020 for proudly fast his new smile of his Instagram post.
Yes.
In which he likened himself to be like iconic, like James Bond, Jaws.
And James Bond villain,
right?
Jaws,
who appeared in Spy, Who Loves Me, and Moonraker.
Ooh, all I can say, boy, at least you're not gummy. At least you're not gumming everything. The boy got $850,000 in his mouth, and he is definitely doing it.
And there are people out there that's trying to get regular teeth. Why don't he just take that 850,000?
Mr. E, let's move on. Give us some of the tea for Sports Talk. We're going to be back here on Monday.
Wait.
But we need some
got some more tea. I got some more tea. I know it's time for us to go. Why is your boy asking for immunity?
Ooh, and he's not just for himself, but all the presidents in the whole wide world. Go ahead, Missy. Let's
go to Sports Talk.
Sports Talk.
Houston versus Baltimore. Who gonna win, Miss Hinton?
You know the Ravens.
Okay, I'm circling. Green Bay versus San Francisco.
San Francisco.
All right. Detroit versus Tampa Bay.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Go to the next one.
Buffalo versus Kansas City.
Ooh, that's another one. I'm gonna just guess at it and say Kansas City.
Okay.
And so Detroit Lions, I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Well, you got it, y'all.
I tell you what, good morning, Miss Roberta Carter. How you doing, young lady? But anyway, look, we're gonna be talking to you all about Sports Talk on Monday. But Philadelphia Eagles flew right on home, Miss Steve.
They limped home.
Oh, no, you did say limp.
The wing has been broken.
That ain't right.
The wing has been broken. We got Don Williams going to be with us on Sports Talk. And we also, the next Sports Talk, we got one of the Heisman Trophy winners that's going to be with us. You heard him, you saw him at our anti-bullying rally. He's going to be with us on next week.
Roberta Carter said, Clip them wings.
Them wings ain't clipped.
Clip them wings.
Them wings are broken up. See,
Oh.
here's what happened, and we'll talk about this on Sports Talk,
Yes.
that there is a lot of chatter in the locker room. On both Dallas Cowboys
absolutely.
and the Philadelphia Eagles. Somebody throwing the game.
I tell you what, but we're glad, look, that you all join us. We gotta go. Hope you enjoy this wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we're going to see you back here on Sports Talk on Monday. Be blessed. Look, don't forget, go to Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy.com. Don't forget the Royal Ladies Pie. Inbox me. Don't forget, there's new music coming, a new single coming from Yolanda Hinton. Very excited about that. See you all Monday, and do something special for yourself and someone else. Bye now.
2 up, 2 down. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. If you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, or intern, give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Boom.
Bye now.
Good weekend. 2 up, 2 down.